Good afternoon to everyone present here with warm greetings. It gives me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Electrical Department of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. I, Nirali Mehta, conducting a wonder webinar on hybrid active filters for multi-pulse converters by our guest of speaker, Dr. Pramod Modi. He had done his Bachelor's of Engineering in Power Electronics from Ali College, Morbi. He had done his MTech in Power Electronics, Electrical Machines and Drives from IIT Delhi. He had done his PhD in Electrical from the Maharaja Sayajirao Rao University, Baroda. He had guided more than 20 postgraduate students and published more than 25 research papers in national and international conferences and journals. Moreover, I just wanted to add that I was also his student during my degree in electrical engineering in 2009. I had learned a lot basic fundamentals of power electronics, which I remember till the date now. It's my pleasure to welcome Pramod sir for today's session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Nirali, and thank you all the staffs of the Parul University. It's my privilege to have a presentation on hybrid active filter for multipulse converter. Basically, first of all, let us define the title. What is the meaning of this title? Multipulse converter means it is a simple AC to DC converter. We can consider as a two pulse converter. We know that is a 6 pulse converter, 3 pulse converter, 6 pulse converter, 12 pulse converter, 18 pulse converter. So they all are known as a multipulse converter. We can use it as a AC to DC converter, multipulse converter. Now, whenever we use a multipulse converter, either 6 pulse converter or 12 pulse converter, it always draws a non-sinusoidal current. And whenever any device draws the non-sinusoidal current, always there is a problem of harmonics. What is harmonics? That we'll discuss later on. That harmonics have so many adverse effect on the system, so it has to be removed. That is a one thing. Second thing, because of this non-sinusoidal current, the reactive power demand that is also more from the supply. So that is again, it is going to create a problem. So for that, what we can do? For that, devices are available, and that we call as a filters. So basically, the function of filters is to remove harmonics from the supply current, or it can reduce the harmonic from the supply current. Now there are multiple configurations are available. The word hybrid used here because it is a combination of the two types of filter. One, it is known as a passive filter and active filters. If you use this combination, then we can say it is a hybrid active filters. So basically this title, hybrid active filters for multiples converter, is for what? So whenever you use any DC drive, you need a converter, and whenever you use the converter, it always draws a non-sinusoidal current. Because of this non-sinusoidal current, it generates the harmonics on the supply side, and because of that harmonic, it has so many adverse effect. Also, it increases the reactive power demand, so that is again a adverse effect. To mitigate all these things, we need a device, and that device we call as a filters, that will be called as active filter. So this is the basic function of the system, and this is what we are going to do now today. So they all related with the power quality. So right now, electricity board, they are more concerns about the power quality. So many industries are penalized due to poor power quality, due to more reactive power demands and the harmonics. So what we are going to cover over here, what is the power quality and harmonics. Then we'll study the 6 pulse converter with shunt active filter. Then we will analyze a 12 pulse converter for active and reactive power and supply current harmonics. They will operate under symmetrical as well as asymmetrical firing angle mode. Effect of the source inductance, that also the important factor that we have to consider whenever any person designs any converter. Then we can also consider constant active and reactive power operation of the 12 pulse converter. Due to this active reactive power, constant reactive power operation, what is the adverse effect of this thing? And that adverse effect is due to because it's in form of a harmonics that we have to study. Then we'll take the simulation part also, whatever the data we have. Then we'll do the simulation with passive filter also, active filter. And finally, we have a simulation with the combined hybrid active filter. Then we'll see what is the result. So actually, today's seminar is totally based on the practical approach. Anyone, you can work on this one. Anyone, you can take a project on this one and you can complete the work. So it is a more useful to postgraduate students and final year electrical students as far as their practical aspect is concerned. Now, what is the power quality? So any power problem that is manifested either in voltage, current, or frequency deviation that result in failure or misoperation of the customer operation, that in general we can define as a power quality. What is the power quality evolution? How we can evaluate? So first of all, we have to identify the problem category. Problem categorization we have to do, then identify the range of the solutions, what are the different solutions are available, that we have to find out, then evaluate solution and go to the optimum solution. So this is the basic procedure that how we can find out the solution for the power quality problem. This power quality problem is the biggest issue because all industry, they are using the control equipments, they are using the motors. For that we need a controller, and all controllers, they will draw non-sinusoidal current, and because of the non-sinusoidal current, this all power quality problem occurs. So basically, if you define the power electronics is nothing but what? It is a control of power by using the electronics. Control of power means either you have to control voltage or you can control the current. But power electronic has two sides. One side, it is a blessing for the load. How we can say it is a blessing for the load? Because with the combination of power electronics converter, you can have any load characteristics, you can work on this one. You can use as a DC power, variable DC voltage source. You can use as a variable AC voltage source. You can use as a variable frequency, variable voltage AC voltage source also. So whatever the load needs, that that need can be achieved by using the power electronics converter. So this is a blessing. What we can say, power electronics converter is always a blessing for the load, but it is always harmful for the line. Because when you need some special load characteristics, it always draws a non-sinusoidal current. And because of that, it generates a power quality problem. So it has a two-way. One way is a blessing, another way is adverse effect. So right now, blessing, everyone knows what is the blessing and how to use the power electronics converter for speed of the AC motor, the speed control of the DC motor, or a soft starter action, anything we can do. But because of all these thing characteristics, it is creating a problem on the supply side, and we need a solution for that one. So right now, today we are going to discuss how to improve the power quality. Now, what is the effects of the harmonics? Someone will think, okay, when we are using the converter, it generates the harmonics. Then what is the need of doing all these things? We are getting the characteristics, whatever the load demands. Then why should we worry? But it has so many effects. There's so many adverse effects. You can see it can overheating of the transformer and the motor. So all the magnetic components, it can disturb the electric as well as electronic devices. The failure of the capacitor banks due to dielectric breakdown or reactive power loaded. Extra neutral currents also there. Improper working of the metering devices. Derating of the distribution equipments. Resonance problem can also occur. Maloperations of the circuit breaker. Supply power factor also it can make a low. So it has so many adverse effects. So we have to remove the harmonics. One solution for removing the harmonic, one solution is a passive filter. What is the passive filter? Passive filter is nothing but simple LC combination in series. Okay. Now, first of all, we have to analyze the device, whatever the converter you are using. Then in that converter, after the analysis, we can come to know that what are the dominating harmonics are available. For that particular dominating harmonics, we have to use the LC combination, LC filter at the input side. And that we called as a passive filter. So this is the one solution. How we can reduce the harmonic. Passive filter is a specific, it can use for a specific frequency. Suppose we want to remove for a fifth harmonic, we want to remove a fifth harmonic component, then we have to design a passive filter which can work only for a fifth harmonic. Similarly, for seventh harmonic, if we want to remove, then it will again, we have to go for a seventh harmonic design. So there is so many limitation of the passive filter that we'll discuss later on, but this is considered as a one of the solution. It is not a total solution. It is only the one of the solution by which we can reduce the harmonic. So for that we need a following data. So whatever the data you can see, what is the reactive power consumed, that is Q, supply voltage, supply frequency, which order of the harmonics we want to reduce, and what is the quality factor that we want to decide. So this is the one solution, and these are the basic equation by which we can design the value of L, C based on the Q, that is the quality factor, and reactive power demand. This equation is valid for any type of a passive filter. So in uh, further discussions, whenever the passive filter design will come, you can use these equations. So this is the one solution. There are some limitations of the passive filter. It can generate a resonance problem. Size is bigger because we are using finally L and C. It is again a fixed compensation character. Why is a fixed compensation? Because if it is used for a fifth harmonic, it will try to reduce only the fifth harmonic. If it is designed for seventh harmonic, it can use only for seventh harmonics. Okay, it has a poor dynamic behavior. Nowadays, passive filters are also used to cancel the switching frequency of the active filters and high frequencies with the lower ratings. So there are some limitations. This is the basic limitation. Still, also we'll discuss in detail some limitations. Now you can see this is the combination. Now we are going for an active filter. You can see here. Here we have AC supply, and here we have a non-linear load. Consider this is a 6-pulse rectifier. If any three-phase 6-pulse rectifier, it will draw this type of a supply current. If anyone have already simulated the three-phase converter, then he might be knowing that what is the nature of the load current. This is the source current. On this side, it should be. Right now, it is with this filter. This proportion, it is called a filter. That active filter we have connected over here. With the help of active filter, it is injecting this type of a current. It is injecting this type of a current, and due to this one, finally the currents on source side, it becomes a sine wave. Suppose if you remove this portion, parallel active filter, power filter, if you remove it, then whatever the input current of the nonlinear load, the same will be the current of the source. So basically what filter is doing, if filter is absent, then whatever the load current, that is the same as the source current. Nature, waveform, that will be same as the source current. By connecting the filter, it is converting from this type of whatever the load current, it is converting from this nature to this source current nature. Understood? If filter is not there, then source current and load current is same, and nature of the source current is same as the load current. But whenever the filter is connected, the source current becomes a sinusoidal. Load current will remain same because load can demand only whenever the switching takes place. So load current will remain same. It is a depends on the which type of load we are using. This is for simple 6-pulse converter, 3-phase 6-pulse converter. We have this type of a load current, and it is remaining same. But by connecting this filter, by injecting this current, source current becomes now a sinusoidal. So this is a one shunt active filter. Now we'll analyze this thing. These are the basic equations that we can use for active and passive, active and reactive power, and it is used for 6-pulse converter. Now, what are the different types of active filters are available? First thing, this is not, here we have a supply and here we have a load. If this filter is not connected, then whatever the load current, same as the supply current. By connecting the filter, the one combination is known as a series active power filter. It will inject in form of a voltage, not in form of a current. Okay, when series injection is there, it will always inject in form of a harmonic voltage. And because of that, it is going to inject in a reverse manner and it is going to cancel the harmonics. So the rating of this series power active power filter, that will be very less because it does not have to inject the current. So this is the one combination. Another type of, it is known as a shunt active power filter. In this is the inverter. It will inject in form of a current. It is also injecting in form of the current and is reducing the current harmonics. The third combination, this one, it is known as a hybrid combination. In this hybrid combination, it is a passive filter also there. Here we have active filter, but active filter is injecting in form of a shunt filter, means it is injecting in form of a current. Another is available, that is a series hybrid active filter. Hybrid means it has a passive components. It has another, this is called active filter, and this active filter will inject in form of a voltage. So this is called a hybrid series active filter. This is known as a shunt active filter. This is another combination which is known as a UPFC, or it is also known as a UPQC, unified power quality converter. So it is taking sample over here in form of a voltage also. Here it is injecting in form of a current. So these all are the basic combinations or basic types of the active power filters. Now, the important thing is what? How this active power filter will come to know that what is the correction it has to provide. How it will come to know that? Because whenever any non-linear loads is connected, either any converter is connected, multiples converter, depending upon their conduction period, harmonic is going to change, reactive power demand is also going to change. Suppose if we trigger at alpha equal to 0 degree, if you trigger here alpha, that is a firing angle 30 degree, then all the cases will be different. So for that, this active filter, how active filter will come to know that what type of correction it has to do. And for that, we have to generate, okay, that is a reference current generation that we have to do. There are different methods are available by which we can find out, from this which we can find out what is the fundamental current and what is the harmonic current. We have to inject for harmonic currents. So methods are available to separate out from fundamental to harmonic components. And we have to use the inverter. You can see here this basically they are nothing but the inverter. We have to switch the inverter according to harmonic component so that we can remove the harmonic in the supply sides. So different methods are available. Out of this instantaneous reactive power theory is available. Another is a synchronous reference frame theory. They are widely used. These two methods are widely used. The high pass filter or low pass filter is also used, but mostly this instantaneous reactive power theory, there is a PQ theory and synchronous reference frame theory that we are going to use. Today, we will also simulate both the theory, both the methods, and we'll see how it is going to convert from non-sinusoidal to sinusoidal currents. So now we'll go for a basic PQ theory. What is the basic PQ theory? It is known as the instantaneous powers defined in time domain. It can be applied for a three-phase systems with or without neutral. It is not only valid in the steady state, but also valid in the transient conditions. PQ theory considers three-phase system as a unit, not as a superpositions or sum of the three single phases. We are using Clark's transformations for voltage and current, the ABC to alpha beta coordinates. Okay, now see, this is the method. What is the available for us? Suppose what we have to do, you can see in this diagram, here we have to take a sample, supply voltage and supply current. Okay, so that samples are available. So first we have to sense VA, VB, and VC, that we can sense because voltage available. Load is also connected, so we can also sense current also, IA, IB, and IC. So these VA, VB, VC, and IA, IB, IC, they are available, that we can directly sense from the supply voltage and supply current. From this one, by using this equation, we have to convert into alpha beta. Okay, so ABC to alpha beta, similarly current IABC to current I alpha I beta, that we have to convert by this formula. So finally, output of this block is what? We can get a 4 quantity, V alpha, V beta, I alpha, and I beta. From where we have derived? From supply voltage and supply current. That is all they are available. From this, we'll calculate power. So now you can see that this is the equation from which we can calculate the power. V alpha, I alpha is available. V beta, I beta is also available. For Q also, V alpha, I beta, and V beta, I alpha. This equation, from this equation, we can derive P and Q. From this P and Q, we have to use a high pass filter. We can use high pass filter as well as we can use a low pass filter. Okay, high pass filter, what it will do? It will allow only the harmonic component. It will not allow the fundamental components. So whatever P and Q is available, they are now passed through the high pass filter, and from this we can derive PC and QC, and they are related with the harmonic component, not with the fundamental component. From this, now we have to do the reverse. Again, from P star to Q star, by using this equation, we have to find IC alpha, IC beta. From IC alpha, IC beta, again use IC alpha, IC beta over here, and from this calculate ICA, ICB, and IC. So these current, now they are available for a harmonic component from the total current. So IABC is a total current. VABC is a supply voltage. From the total current, we have calculated this 4 component. From the component, we have calculated power, P and Q. From P and Q, we have given to the high pass filter, and from that we have removed the fundamental component, and then it is now harmonic component. According to harmonic component, we have do the reverse thing, and finally we got IA, IB, IC. This IA, IB, IC is given to the PWM generation, and from the PWM generation, it has generated the gate signal for the IGBT. Then it is given to the inverter. Then you can see here. Then it is given to the inverter over here. I will show you anything here. It will given to the gate signal for this inverter, and then whatever the output of the inverter, it will inject to the line. Okay. So harmonic, according to harmonic component, you can get it. Now these are the waveforms. You can see this is the source waveform, and it is the source current without filter. Consider any one color. If it is a blue color, you can see this is the supply current. This is the supply current. So it is a non-sinusoidal. Right now, filters is not connected. Okay, then for that we can do the FFT analysis. This is without filter. Whatever we are talking is without filter. You can see this is the current, TSD, and these all are. This is a fundamental component. It is a 5th harmonic component, 7th harmonic component, 11th, and 13th. For 3-phase system, 3rd and in multiple are absent. 3rd harmonic, then multiples, or multiple or harmonics. 3rd, then 9, then 15. They all will be absent for 3-phase system. So now these are the different value. It is called a 5th harmonic component, 7th harmonic component, 11th harmonic, 13th harmonic, and so on. So this is the FFT analysis without filter for simple 3-phase rectifier. Now, then we have used only the passive filter. Okay, so this is the wave shape for the passive filter. Then what we did, then we have started with the active filter. You can see this simulation model. This is a source. It is just a measurement. From this source, it is given to here we have a nonlinear load. This is a nonlinear load. Now, from here, this is a measurement VABC and IABC. VABC, IABC, they are sensed from here, and it is given to, this is the controller. Okay, it is given to the controller, and output of the controller is given to gate signal of this bridge VSI inverter, and output the inverter is now injected over here in the line. Okay, and finally you can see, you have to take the current, you have to measure the current, supply voltage and supply current at the input side. Now we have, this is a different, what should be the waveform? Power waveform, a current waveform. So PDC, PAC, IC alpha and IC beta, so they all are the waveforms. So you can see this is the injected current pattern. This is the injected current pattern from the inverter, same as a theoretical. Now we can go for FFT analysis. So this is sampling is not taken properly. That's why the wave shape is like this. The wave shape is proper. Now it is from non-sinusoidal, it is going to be a sinusoidal. Okay, so this is the active filter we have used for simple, and these all are the waveform for 6-pulse converter. Now we have switched to the another converter, and that we called as a multi-pulse converter. So now we are for 12-pulse converter. Hello, Nirali, hello. Hello.
Hello, हाँ sir.
Oh, actually, I received the message. Some students are asking, we are not able to join. We are waiting. Oh, Facebook is working properly. Facebook is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facebook is working properly.
Okay. So now we will extend our discussion for the 12-pulse converter. So 12-pulse converter is nothing but series connection of two 6-pulse converter. Any multi-pulse converter, they are always a combination of the 6-pulse converter. So we need a special type of transformer for this one, where it is a star to star and another is a star delta, so that it has a two secondary, one primary, and both the secondary, they are 30-degree apart. We have to select a turns ratio such that magnitude of the both the secondary should be same. So here we have a one 6-pulse converter, another 6-pulse converter, and both are connected in series. You can see here is a plus, minus, and minus. So minus of the first converter is connected to the plus of the second one, and plus of the first through the load is connected to minus of the second. So basically it is a series connection, and finally we can get a 12-pulse converter. This 12-pulse converter, we can operate in the two mode of operation. Either we can go for a symmetrical firing angle, means both the converter operating at the same firing angle, or also we can go for an asymmetrical firing angle, means converter 1 and converter 2 firing angles are different. So that now we are going to discuss. So these all are the basic equations related to 6-pulse converter. The same is applied for the 12-pulse converter. QD1 for converter 1, QD2 is for converter 2, and QD is finally QD1 plus QD2. Now here you can see active and reactive power when both the converter operating in the symmetrical firing angle. You can see here we have a converter 1. Okay, converter 1 is operating at 0-degree firing angle. So this is the line. If we operate converter 2 at some alpha, so this is alpha. Okay, sorry. Here we have a converter 2 operating over here, and both are operating at the same. Converter 1 is also operating 1 alpha 1. Converter 2 is also operating the same alpha. So same line you can get. Both are operating at the same alpha. So you can get corresponding. This is the P, and corresponding it is a Q. So this is the PQ diagram. Okay. This is known as a PQ diagram for 12-pulse converter. If you consider the source inductance, because source inductance has a major role in any converter. Why it has a major role? Because of source inductor, for some duration all the devices are on, and because of that output voltage is 0, or output voltage is reduced because of the some drop in the inductor. So actually we are telling that we have triggered conductor at alpha is equal to 0-degree, but it is not actual operating at alpha equal to 0-degree. It is operating at some point. So we can consider this is the output voltage reduction due to source inductance effect. So again, symmetrical firing angle, this is the converter 1 firing angle, converter 2 firing angle. If you take the projection over here, it is a P, and if you take projection on this side, that is called a Q. So both the converter right now operating at the same firing angle. Here also some varieties are available in which we can do with a different firing angle. What we can do here, let's say converter 1 is operating at 0 degree, so it will operate over here. It will operate over here. But converter 2 is not 0 degree, at some another alpha, so you can see it is operate over here. So finally, you can see this is the corresponding Q and this is the P. Now, what is the advantage of doing this thing? Suppose this was my required P set, I think written, P set. This is my required P. This is the P, matlab active power is needed. If you go for a same firing angle, both converters are operating with the same firing angle, then consider this blue line. This is alpha, same alpha for another converter. Then corresponding Q, take the projection, this is the Q. Instead of doing this one, if I will take first converter at 0 degree, another converter at some angle, now you measure the Q, so this Q projection will be lesser than whatever the is equal. So by using this combination, what we can do, we can reduce the reactive power for constant active power. We don't want to change the active power, but we can reduce the reactive power. So by this combination, we can do it. This is only possible with multipulse converter. When more than one 6-pulse converter, we can use it. So this is the simulation for which combination we can get converter 2 and converter 2 firing angle for different P value. For this is my, for example, any one curve. This is my P set. This is P set is required. So for that, if you take any one point, this is my converter 1 firing angle, corresponding this is a converter 2 firing angle. For the same P I want to use, this is my converter 1 firing angle, converter 2 firing angle. So depending upon the requirement of the Q, you can change converter 1, converter 2 firing angle so that your P will remain constant, active power will remain constant, but you can reduce the reactive power. These all are the range by considering the different source inductance. As source inductance will increase, operating range can reduce. Same thing we can use for a constant reactive power operation. It is not necessary we can make a constant Q. We can also make a Q is also constant. For that, what we can do, you can see this is converter 1. Suppose I will operate converter 1 by this way. Converter 2 I can operate over here or operate over this one, so that my Q remaining constant. By varying the P you want to vary the P, then operate over here. It will P will be like this. It can operate over here, P will be like this. So by keeping the Q constant, also we can vary the P. So this type of operation is also possible. We are not going much more detail in this operation. So by doing this is my Q profile. For any Q, suppose I want to make this is my Q constant for this circle. For that, we can get a combination of firing angle. For you can take any, suppose we pick up this point. So corresponding converter 1 firing angle and converter 2 firing angle. Suppose this is my Q same Q but different P. So the converter 1 firing angle, converter 2 firing angle. So that sorry, different Q, your P is going to change, but Q will remain constant. So by this profile, we can generate this. Everything is generated by programming by using all the equations. Now you can see active power. Converter 1 firing angle versus variation of converter 2 firing angle. You can see here active power versus firing angle of converter with alpha 120. Matlab converter 1 firing angle is 20 degree fixed and converter 2 firing angle is varying. So by varying the firing angle of converter 2, active power, this is the profile of the active power. Similarly, converter 1 firing angle 50 degree fixed and varying the converter 2 firing angle 0 to something, and this is the profile of the active power. Same way all these things. Reactive power converter 1 firing angle we have kept 20 degree fixed and varying the converter 2 firing angle. So this is the reactive power. Vertical axis is a reactive power. So this is the reactive power again for different value of converter 1 firing angle. Okay. Now we'll go for a harmonic pattern. We have to first analysis the converter, then we'll come to know that what is your harmonic, and according to that you can design the passive filter. So here also we plotted harmonic analysis. You can find out from the FFT whatever the window I have shown for the 6-pulse converter. Same way you can uh, do the simulation and find all the values, put in the table form, and finally plot it, then we can get this type of a curve. So you can see here converter 1 firing angle 0 degree and varying the converter 2 firing angle. And for this one, we have measured all the quantity THD. So blue is a THD. I5 means a fifth harmonic component, I7 seventh harmonic component, I11th harmonic, and 13th harmonic. Okay. So you can see here total THD is a minimum. Total THD is minimum at which point? Converter 1 0 degree. This profile is a minimum THD over here. You can see both the converter firing angles are same, means it will work as a 12 pulse converter. Okay. For 12 pulse converter, minimum harmonics presence are 12n plus or minus 1. Means n equal to 1, then it becomes 11th and 13. N equal to 2, then it becomes a 23rd and 25th. For 6 pulse converter, the order of harmonics depends of 6n plus or minus 1. So for there, it is a 5th and 7th, then 11th and 13th, like this one. Okay, here we are operating in the unequal firing angle mode, and because of that, it is operating, it is showing here both the operation. It is showing here 6 pulse operation as well as 12 pulse operation. When both are working in this with the same firing angle, it will work as a 12 pulse converter, and harmonics are less, around 12%. When they are working a 6 pulse converter, unequal means 6 pulse converter, then harmonics is increased. Again, for 12 pulse converter, harmonics, percentage harmonics are around 27 to 30%. If, sorry, it is for 6 pulse. For 12 pulse converter, you have to divide by 2, that becomes a 15%. If you go for a 24 pulse converter, then supply current harmonics may be around 7.5%. So by increasing number of pulses, we can also reduce the harmonic, percentage harmonics, THD. Okay, but to get a constant reactive power, we are doing unequal operation, and that's why even though it is a 12 pulse converter, but harmonic pattern is like a 6 pulse converter. When both the converter firing angles are same, at that time it will work as a 12 pulse converter. Okay, you can see here converter 1 firing angle 20 degree, and here you find 20. So here somewhere 20. You can see the THD is minimum, but other than THD is also increasing. So this is the THD pattern, harmonic, supply current harmonics. You can see the percentage, around 30% it is going. Here it is going more than 30% depending upon the firing angle. So this is the variation of the THD, different color. Take first, suppose this red color, alpha 1 10 degree fix and variation of alpha 2. So this pink color, so this is the pattern of the harmonics, you can get it for different value of alpha, percentage THD. So you can see the THD is minimum 10%, maximum is going around 30%. So between 12 pulse and 6 pulse, THD is varying. As per IEEE standard, THD should be less than 5%. Your total harmonic distortion should not increase more than 5%. So for that, the filter is required. Okay. Now this is the waveform without filter, equal firing angle, and this is for unequal. This is the supply current waveform. It is a supply voltage waveform. It is a load voltage and load current waveform. Now we have to mitigate the harmonics. We have to reduce the harmonics. So for that, what we'll do, we'll first use a passive filter. Then we will go for a hybrid active filter. Then we have another thing that we call as a combined hybrid active filters. Okay, so first we'll find out simulation with passive filter. Passive filter design equation already I have given to you. According to that equation, we have to design separate passive filter. We have to design for 5th harmonic, 7th harmonic, 11th and 13th. All the different panel we have to use. Okay, if I have a diagram, I can show you. I think I'll show the diagram later on. See the passive filter design steps you can follow by this way. First, we have to study the harmonic profile. According to harmonic profile, we have to find out which are the dominating harmonics. According to the dominating harmonics, we have to design the passive filter. Reactive power requirement also we can calculate. That's why I have already shown the profile of the reactive power and active power. Fundamental reactive power VAR requirement of the system to be find out on that basis capacitor values to be calculated. On the base of the capacitor value, inductor values to be found. The performance of the filter is observed with changing the quality factor. Okay, and from the value of the quality factor, inductor, capacitor, and value of resistors and everything, we have to decide. So now, this is the simulation of a simulation with passive filter. Okay, you can see this is the data result. Sorry, not data. It is the results we have received from the simulation. Then we have tabulated them, and then we have plotted it. Two colors, with filter and without filter. You can see with filter and without filter, there won't be any change. It means what? Passive filter have a it does not contribute any power for the active power. There is कोई contribution नहीं है passive filter का for generating the active filter. It is not going to disturb the active power. Sorry, it is not going to disturb the active power. So both are same. Active power measured without filter and active power measured with passive filter for different combination of firing angle. So this is the one result. Second result with the reactive power. Now you can see here, blue line is a without passive filter and this pink line is with passive filter. It means what? Passive filter gives some contribution of the reactive power so that the reactive power demand from the supply can be reduced. Whatever the reactive power demand by the converter, it is now providing by the passive filter, which is connected in shunt after the supply, which is connected in shunt manner. So reactive power contribution is from passive filter. Active power contribution is not from the passive filter. That is whatever the active power requirement. So it is not going to disturb the active power filter, active power. Now you can see again by connecting this passive filter, we got the result of harmonics. Okay. See, this is the without passive filter, left hand side, right hand side with passive filter. You can see here the total harmonic which was at nearly 25 to 30%, now it has reduced to 10%. Second result, it was a maximum 30%, it has also reduced to 14%. Okay, so this is the effect of the passive filter. Left hand side, it is already written without passive filter, converter 1 firing angle 0 degree and converter 2 firing angle is varying. Right hand side with passive filter, converter 1 firing angle 0 degree, converter 2 firing angle is varying, and these all are the harmonic pattern. Okay, you can see the values. There is a considerable change that you can find out, but still this total harmonic distortion is not less than 5%. So only the passive filter will not work. Okay, this again you can see this diagram already we have seen without filter, and this is a with passive filter. So maximum it was going around more than 40%. Now here it is around 20 to 25% total harmonic distortion for different combination of the firing angle. This is the waveform. Now you know what should be the waveform. Fifth harmonic, what kind of fifth harmonic waveform, what kind of seventh harmonic waveform, what kind of fundamental waveform, that you should know. For equal firing angle, for 12 pulse converter, minimum harmonics is what? 12 and plus or minus 1 means 11th and 13th. Minimum harmonics is 11th and 13th. Sorry to disturb. Nilali?
Sir.
I am getting message from some of the students that they are not able to see the live streaming on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of I have connected also on Facebook, so it's live streaming.
Steps you can follow. Okay. Actually, see what I got a message from one of the faculty member. And she is writing that I
Um,
cannot see live streaming on Facebook.
नो नो सर एक्चुअली उनको आप ऐसे कहिए कि वो फेसबुक पे जाके पीयू वेबिनार पेज में जाए एंड उसको
Okay.
लाइक कर कर फिर बाद में वो आपका पेज नीचे दिख ही जाएगा वैसे
Okay, okay,
जैसे
okay.
स्ट्रीमिंग होता है वैसे
ठीक है, ठीक है.
या
Okay, sorry. Now we'll continue. So you can see here. First one is for fifth harmonic. Second one is for seventh harmonic. Because of it is a equal firing angle, minimum harmonics are fifth and seven. Sorry, minimum harmonics are 12 and plus or minus 1. So minimum harmonics are 11th and 13th. So fifth and seven, you can see absent. They are just showing this type of fundamental component. But you see in the 11th and 13th, you can see one peak to next peak. There are 11 peaks are available. So 11th harmonic component is superimposed on the fundamental component, and they are the harmonic component. Similarly, for 13th harmonics also, from one peak to another peak in one cycle, you will get a 13 peaks. So that's why it is a 13th harmonic component. So for equal firing angle, fifth and seventh are absent, and 11th and 13th are present. So that you can get it. Okay. For some another value, you can see here. Now, unequal firing angle. For unequal firing angle, it behaves like a 6 pulse converter, 6n plus or minus 1. N equal to 1 means minimum 5th and 7, n equal to 2, 11th and 13. So all the four harmonics are present, you can see. From one peak to this peak, total 5 peaks will be available. For this peak to this peak, again 7 peaks are available. From this peak to this peak, 11 peaks are available, and from here to here, 13. So all fifth harmonic component, seventh harmonic component, 11th and 13th harmonic component. And now you can see this is the supply current, not purely sinusoidal, but nearly to the sinusoidal. So this is the performance of the converter with passive filter. Okay. Performance of the converter with passive filter. Now we'll go to the hybrid filter, active filter. Okay, so these all are the limitation of the passive filter. Passive filter are not suitable for changing system conditions. Once installed, they are rigidly in place because they are fifth harmonic, then it will work only for fifth. Seventh, then it will work only for seventh. Second, the chance, the change in the system operating condition can result in some detunings, and through filter design, should consider operation with varying load and utility source impedance. For step system, design will be very critical because system impedance largely affect the design. Parallel resonance between the system and the filter for a single tune or double tune filters can cause an amplification of the current characteristics. So these all are the limitations. Still further some limitations are there. So to avoid all this thing, now we'll go for a hybrid active filter. Hybrid filter is a combination of passive as well as active filter. So now I will show you shunt active filter. Already we have shown for the 6 pulse converter. So what we did, supply voltage. From here we have sensed the voltage and current, and we have used the PQ method. From this PQ method we have generated gate signal. That gate signal is given to this is the inverter. That inverter act as a filter, and that it has injected current over here, so that the current on the supply side should remain sinusoidal. Now we are going to use a hybrid series active filter. There are two connections are available. Anyone we can use. Here we have, you can see we have this is the passive filter. They are connected by this manner. Active filter output is in series. Series means always should be in form of a voltage. Shunt means always in form of a current. From here again we have to sense the reference supply current. Then we have to calculate the harmonic component. According to harmonic component, inverter is switched. Inverter is generate the output which is injected in form of a voltage by this manner, and finally it will make the current sinusoidal over here. Either we can inject in this manner, or we can also inject in series with the passive filter. Both are same. Okay, by this way also it can be considered as hybrid active filter. You can see this is the passive filter. Load over here, supply on this side. In series with the passive filter also we can inject the harmonics. Basically what it is doing, it is injecting the voltage harmonic so that this point is known as a PCC. This point is known as a PCC. It is known as a point of common coupling. It is increasing harmonic voltage, and because of that, it is reducing the impedance of this one. And by this way, it can flowing the harmonic current over here and make the current supply current sinusoidal. This is the diagram how we can consider how we can use it. So you can see here we have supply. This will act as an inverter, that it is an inverter which will act as active filter. Okay, and these all are the passive filter. One set RYB, it is for fifth harmonic, another RYB for seventh harmonic, this is for 11th harmonic and 13th harmonic. Okay, so for different harmonic order, we have to design the LC filter, and LC filter design will change according to the order of the harmonics. I think it is clear. Here you can put a 6 pulse or 12 pulse or anything. So here we are using a 12 pulse converter, two 6 pulse converter are in series, and this is a load. Okay, I think this is a clear diagram. So now we'll sense the voltage or current from here to find out the reference current and to generate the gate pulse or this one. So now for that we are going to use, we can use a PQ theory also, and we can use SRF theory. PQ theory already I have discussed. So same theory we can apply, and this is the waveform. Now you can see this is the step waveform for 12 pulse converter, equal firing angle. Okay, this is the current. By putting the filter, this is the supply current. See the difference between these two, supply current and load current. If you remove this filter, if you remove this portion, total portion, then whatever the load current is same as the supply current, or supply current is the same as the load current. Okay, so this is the load current, is the supply current. This supply current is after the filter. If you do not put the filter, then load current and supply current is the same. By putting the filter, supply current is now changed from this step wave to sine wave. For that, we have measured fifth harmonic, seventh harmonic, and all these things for filter. Okay, this is also the result. You can see the supply current is nearly to sinusoidal. Now this is for unequal firing angle. See the load current waveform. If filter is not there, then supply will draw this type of current. By putting the filter, supply current is nearly sinusoidal. So this is the effect of the filter, hybrid filter. For this one, now second control strategy, that is known as a synchronous reference frame theory algorithms. Whatever the simulation I have shown to you, this is with PQ theory. Now synchronous reference frame theory we are going to use. In that, what we can do here, we have ISA, ISB and ISC. That current is available already, we know, we can sense from the supply. Convert ABC to alpha beta. So here we can convert from alpha beta. Equations are available that I will give shown to you. From alpha beta we have to convert to DQ. So this is D and it is a Q. Here then we have to apply the low pass filter. If you see the waveform of the DQ, D and Q, it will be like a pulsating waveform. Okay. Low pass filter, for here we have a cutoff frequency 50 Hz. So it will allow only the 50 Hz component. So output component is a pure DC, and that DC component is corresponding to 50 Hz only. For fundamental component, whatever design we want to design for 50 Hz, so it's a fundamental is a 50 Hz. So here we'll get a D and Q component only for 50 Hz, and according to that we'll get a pure DC component over here. While here some pulsating component because it contains fundamental as well as harmonics. From this LC filter we have remove that high frequency component and only the fundamental component available. Again we have converted from DQ to alpha beta, and again from alpha beta to ABC. So this is a reverse transformation, Parkes transformation. Okay, so these all are related with only fundamental component, while here fundamental as well as harmonic component. So this total current, from the total current, fundamental components are subtracted. Understood? This is the total component which contain fundamental as well as harmonics. From these algorithms, we have separate out for fundamental component. Here the total component. From total component, we have used LPF filter. It will allow only the fundamental component. So ABC is related to the fundamental component. From this total component, fundamental components are now subtracted. So what are the remaining component? They are the harmonic component. This harmonic component multiply with some factor and it is now converted as a voltage signal. It is applied to, now it is applied to PWM generation. PWM generator will generate the PWM and finally they will give to this inverter. It signal to the inverter and inverter will work. It will generate the voltage. It will inject in this manner. So after doing all this activity, see these all are the equation. How to convert from ABC to alpha beta. This is ABC to alpha beta to DQ. DQ, this is the transfer function of the low pass filter. Again, it is a DQ component. From DQ, so now it is only the fundamental component DQ. From DQ to reverse transformation alpha beta. From alpha beta to here we have a ABC fundamental. From total current ISA, ISB and ISC fundamental component subtracted, they are the harmonic component. Harmonic component multiply with some factor. Now they are the harmonic voltage. Okay. So this total algorithms we can implement by using all this equation. So now we have a simulation portion. Now you can see. After putting all these things, simulation started. Now for equal firing angle, both are equal firing angle. You can see the nature of the current, purely sinusoidal. If filter is not there, then this should be the current, step wave. Now it is not a step wave, it is a purely sinusoidal current. Fifth harmonic component will be absent because equal firing angle, 7 option, 11 then 13th are present. This is the converter input current and now you can see this is the supply current, purely sinusoidal. Okay, this is the different case, 50-degree firing angle, then also it is giving you the same thing. Unequal firing angle, unequal means converter 0 degree, converter to 30 degree. In that case also you can see supply current is a purely sinusoidal. If filter is not there, now you can see the nature of the current, very distorted. See the current if filter is not there. But this distorted current is a converter need. Converter will draw this current only. Filter is converting this current into the sinusoidal current. Okay, now some dynamic perturbation we have taken. You can see that initially converter will convert to 0 degree here. At 0.08 second here at this point. One converter firing angle is changed. So converter 1, converter 2 firing angle 0 degree you can see here. Then also the current is sinusoidal. Suddenly converter 2 firing angle is changed, but current is again it is a sinusoidal. There is no change in the current waveform. Supply current. You can see load converter current waveform is changed. This was a 12 pulse converter. Now this is according to 6 pulse. But supply current is purely sinusoidal. Supply current is a purely sinusoidal in any case. Here also you can see that insertion and removal of the hybrid active filter T equal to 0.06 inserted and T equal to 0.2 we have removed. T equal to 0.06 you can see, sorry, already inserted. Here it is already inserted. So current is a sinusoidal. 0.06 second active filter is removed. Only passive filter is there. So see, now see this is the current. This is the current shape. And after this 0.12 second, again you can see the shape, purely sinusoidal. So it means what? This will show you the working of the active filter and effect of the active filter on performance of the supply current. Okay, load perturbation. Suddenly if you change the load, then what will happen? Here you can see at this 0.06, load current is suddenly changed. Load current is changed, but supply current magnitude will change, but the waveform, shape of the waveform, it will remain a sinusoidal. Here also you can see this is the magnitude is changed. So converter demand is changed, but shape and total harmonic distortion will remain same. Shape is remain same. Okay. Here also you can see again active and reactive power. This is without filter, blue color, with passive filter, pink color, with hybrid series active filter, yellow color. It means what? Hybrid series active filter means active filter is giving no contribution in the active power. Active power is remains same, but reactive power also it is going to give a no contribution, that is whatever with passive filter. Okay, so it is here the simulation shows that it does not going to change the active power. Now the harmonics. Okay, see the harmonics, total harmonic distortion blue color without filter 30%, with passive filter nearly 10%, and with hybrid active filter yellow line even less than 5%. For all the cases you can see the yellow line that less than 5%. You can see again here also variation of fifth, seventh also it is reduced drastically. Now just we have make some innovation and we have used two hard active filters. One is in series with the line, another in series with the passive filter. And that the name we have given, that is a combined hybrid series active filter with the same SRF algorithm. And we have taken the comparison, you can see the comparison without filter, suppose it is a 30% harmonics. With passive filter, it will reach to around this 5 something, depending upon the alpha. With hybrid active filter, yellow line, and with combined hybrid active filter, this green line. So harmonic is reducing continuously, and finally we can achieve our goal that total harmonic distortion should not increase the 5% in any case. So this is the basic need of the industry. It is a current requirement of the industry. They need the filters. So I think time is also over, and thank you. If anyone want to ask anything, you can ask me.
Yes, sir. There are some questions which are asking from our some students of last year students as well as second year students.
Okay.
One question is that what will be the duty cycle if we are using the hybrid active filter for boost converter for 48 volt to 54 volt?
See, in a closed loop condition, duty cycle will never remain constant. That is the first thing. Duties actually is talking about a DC to DC converter. Is it so?
Yeah, yeah.
And what you want, for what he is using DC to DC converter?
He is using boost converter.
Yeah, boost converter. For it, just repeat the question. Repeat करो तो.
What will be the duty cycle
हाँ.
if we are using hybrid active filter for boost converter for 48 volt to 54
Actually,
volt?
for boost converter means it is a DC to DC converter. Then filter is this hybrid active filter is not at all required because it has a input is DC and output is also DC. So only simple
Okay.
capacitor filter will work on the output side, and for that you have to remove the voltage ripple actually. Normally this active filter is used on the AC side to remove the AC current harmonics. For DC filter, simple LC filter will work. For that, I think this active filter is not required. Now, for duty cycle, it is continuously varying component. Whatever the output voltage, duty cycle has a direct relation at the output. What output voltage you require. So, if you have a specific output voltage, then according to V input and V output relation, for boost converter 1 over 1 minus D, V output equal to 1 over 1 minus D into V input. You know V input, you know V output, then you can calculate the duty cycle.
Okay. One more question, sir. Which filter can be applied with grid integrated DFIG in wind energy conversion system for mitigation of harmonics?
See, basically two filters are there, shunt or series filter, but mostly, so it is depend what is the reactive power compensation. If reactive power compensation you can do with the passive filter, then hybrid series active filter is a more efficient because rating of the inverter is very less in hybrid series active filter. In shunt active filter, rating of the inverter is very high. So series active filter is a suitable thing.
Okay. And one another question. One student is asking that how he can design hybrid active filter. If he is going to design hybrid active filter, then
Okay.
how?
So hybrid filter, first of all, you have to design the passive filter. For that, you should know what is your reactive power demand. Reactive power demand કેટલી છે, that first of all you have to find out. Then which converter he is going to use, that you have to find out. According to that, he has to design passive filter for fifth harmonic or seventh harmonic or 11th or 13th. So it is an individual decision that I want to design only for fifth and seventh. So you have to design the capacitor L and C, whatever the equation I have given you. According to that, you can design for fifth and seventh harmonic. So first of all, you have to design the passive filter. Okay. Uh, Find the value of L and C and what is the VAR, that is a variable reactive power is needed. According to that, you can select the value of C and L. Then you have to go for an active filter. For active filter, you have to find out what is the injecting current you need. And according to that injecting current, you have to select the inverter device. That's all. Control strategy is already available. You can use any one control strategy.
Okay. And one more question, one student has asked that, if he wants to improve the power factor of the DC machine with the help of the multi converters, so is it possible?
Yeah. See, this hybrid active filter will also give you the zero reactive power. Zero reactive power means what? Unity power factor. It is not at all drawing any reactive power from the supply. Reactive power is provided by the either capacitor bank or another in shunt active power is provided by the shunt filter. So this hybrid filter, this filter active filter also improves the supply power factor. Supply power factor deteriorates because of what? Because of the reactive power demand. Okay.
Yeah.
Reactive power demand is more than supply power factor will be poor. So if reactive power is supplied by this capacitor bank, then supply power factor will definitely improve. Here I have not shown you, but every time we have measured the power factor also, and power factor was around 9.99, something like that. This is the one solution. Second solution is that unity power factor, improved power quality converter right now available. Normally, what we are doing for AC to DC converter, either you go for a diode rectifier, or for control, you can go for a thyristor rectifier, whatever we have used up till now. But right now, you can use a PWM converter, which will work as from AC to DC, and that will give you a unity power factor. There are so many research papers available. So many people are working on this one, and you can generate unity power factor. This time already we are working on this one, and very shortly we are going to publish a paper on this one also. Unity power factor rectifier, no filter, nothing, only PWM rectifier we are going to make, and it draws the sinusoidal current from the supply, as well as power factor is nearly 1. That converter also one can use for DC load, DC motor load.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sir, for such a wonderful session on behalf of our principal, Mr. Jatin Vaidya, our HOD ma'am, Mrs. Komal ma'am, and the whole Paruli University. Thanks a lot, sir, and we hope
Okay,
that we have such a wonderful sessions from you in future. Thanks a lot, sir.
Definitely. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.